The richest women in the world don't always wear diamonds or designer logos. Their secret? They know how to use color, because color speaks before you do. It whispers luxury, it radiates youth, and it has the power to turn heads without a single word. But here's what happens after 60. The wrong shade can drain the life from your skin. You look in the mirror and something feels off, faded, older than you feel inside. I see it all the time. Women avoiding colors they once loved because now those colors betray them. The truth? Our skin loses about 15% of its natural contrast after 60. That bright red that looked exciting at 30 now overwhelms your complexion. Black creates harsh shadows, and suddenly you feel invisible. But the right combinations? They bring back that glow. They smooth your lines. They make you look like the most confident woman in the room. Today, I'm sharing 8 powerful color pairings that make you look expensive and years younger. No designer wardrobe needed. You likely already own these colors. Let's start with the one combination that never ages you: navy and soft white. Grab your tea and settle in. 1. Navy and soft white. The combination that never ages you. You know that feeling when you put on a sweater and suddenly feel frumpy? Patricia, 63, from Savannah, told me she stopped wearing her favorite navy cardigan. Every time she caught her reflection, she felt older, heavier, like the color was pulling her down instead of lifting her up. But here's the thing, it wasn't the navy. It was what she paired it with. She'd been wearing that navy cardigan over dark jeans and a black top. All that darkness created shadows around her face, making her look tired. Then one morning, she tried something different. She wore the same navy cardigan over a soft white blouse. Just like that, everything changed. At her daughter's bridal shower that afternoon, 3 women stopped her. "Patricia, you look radiant," one said. "Did you do something different with your makeup?" She hadn't touched her makeup. It was just the white. Here's why this works. Navy gives you structure, that polished, put-together feeling we all want. But unlike black, navy is gentler. It doesn't create those harsh lines around your face. And when you add soft white, something magical happens. The white reflects light up onto your skin, brightening your complexion and softening everything. So here's what you can try tonight. Pull out one navy piece from your closet, a cardigan, a blazer, even navy trousers. Now pair it with something soft white, not stark, bright white, but that creamy, gentle white. A blouse, a t-shirt, even a white scarf. If you've been wearing all black because you thought it was slimming, this pairing gives you that same polished look without the harshness. And if you add pearls or simple gold jewelry, you've just created a look people associate with quiet elegance. Patricia now owns 3 white blouses. She told me she feels like herself again, not trying to look younger, just visible, confident, alive. But here's something that surprised even me. There's one neutral pairing that makes people assume you spent a fortune, even when you didn't. Let me show you. 2. Camel and Cream, the palette that whispers wealth. You've been told that neutral on neutral looks boring, that you need a pop of color to stand out, that beige on beige is what you wear when you've given up. They're wrong. Ellen, 58, from Santa Fe, believed that story for years. She had a beautiful camel sweater hanging in her closet, soft cashmere, a gift from her sister. But she never wore it. Too plain, she thought. Too nothing. Then one evening, she had a gallery opening to attend. She was running late, frustrated, grabbing whatever was clean. She pulled on cream trousers she'd bought for summer and threw the camel sweater over them. No time for jewelry, just her tan leather bag and simple flats. At the gallery, a woman approached her. Mid-conversation about the art, the woman paused and asked, "Are you an artist yourself?" Ellen laughed. "No, why?" The woman smiled. "You just have that look. like you know something the rest of us don't. Ellen went home that night and stared at herself in the mirror. The outfit hadn't been trying. That was the point. Camel and Cream together create something quiet money can't buy with logos, the assumption of taste. Here's the secret. Camel in quality fabric glows. Cheap camel looks flat, dull. But good camel, cotton, cashmere, wool, catches light like honey. Pair it with cream, not white. Cream has warmth. It softens your skin instead of competing with it. Try this. A camel knit with cream silk trousers, or camel trousers with a cream linen blouse. Add texture where you can. The contrast makes both colors richer. And if you've been avoiding neutrals because someone told you they're boring, this combination proves them completely wrong. Boring shouts, elegance whispers. Speaking of unexpected pairings, there's one that balances strength with the softest kind of femininity. Let me show you. 3. Soft gray and blush pink. When strength meets softness. There's a moment that happens to so many women after 60. You're getting dressed, reaching for what feels safe, gray, maybe beige, something that won't draw attention. And then you catch yourself in the mirror and think, when did I start dressing like I'm trying to disappear? Gray does that. It whispers sophisticated, but sometimes it also whispers invisible, until you add blush pink. I know what you're thinking. Pink? At my age? But this isn't the bright bubblegum pink of youth. This is blush, soft, muted, like the light right before sunset. And when you pair it with gray, something extraordinary happens. The gray becomes elegant instead of empty. The pink brings warmth to your face without looking like you're trying too hard. Together they say, I'm strong, but I'm also gentle. I'm confident, but I'm still soft. Diane, 71, from Portland, discovered this by accident. Her granddaughter left a blush scarf at her house. Diane threw it on with her gray coat one morning, just to return it later. At book club that afternoon, 2 women stopped talking mid-sentence. You look so well, one said. Not nice outfit, not pretty scarf. They were complimenting her. That's the power of this pairing. It doesn't call attention to what you're wearing. It calls attention to you. Start with something small, a blush scarf, a handbag, even nail polish. If you're feeling bolder, try a blush blouse under a gray blazer. The combination is especially beautiful if you have silver or white hair. It enhances what's already there instead of competing with it. This works for grocery runs and gallery openings alike, because elegance isn't saved for special occasions. It's what you choose every single day. Now, if you want something richer, something that feels warm even in the middle of winter, there's a pairing that wraps around you like a velvet hug. Stay with me. 4. Burgundy and Ivory. The color of quiet confidence. Carol, 65, from Minneapolis, had a rule about red. Never too loud, too young, too much. But last December, she was getting dressed for a family dinner, and nothing felt right. The black dress felt heavy, the gray cardigan, dull. Then she saw it, a burgundy cardigan her daughter had given her 2 Christmases ago. Still had the tags on. She almost put it back, but something made her slip it on over an ivory dress she'd forgotten she owned. At dinner, her sister-in-law leaned across the table, mid-conversation, and whispered, "Carol, you look like you just came from somewhere important." Carol blinked. "I came from my living room." Her sister-in-law smiled. "Well, you look like you have a secret. A good one." Here's the secret. Burgundy isn't red. Red shouts. Burgundy converses. Research from the Fashion Institute found that people perceive burgundy as more elegant, more refined than its brighter cousin. It has depth, maturity, richness that doesn't demand attention. It earns it. And when you pair it with ivory, magic. Ivory is softer than white, warmer than cream. It doesn't compete with burgundy. It cradles it. The combination feels festive without trying, elegant without stiffness. It photographs beautifully, which matters at family gatherings when everyone's pulling out their phones. You don't need a burgundy dress to make this work. Start small. A burgundy scarf, a handbag, a cardigan like Carol's. Pair it with ivory trousers or a blouse. If your skin has warm or neutral undertones, you'll notice the glow immediately. And if you've been hesitant about rich colors because you thought they'd overwhelm you, burgundy proves otherwise. It's bold without being loud, confident without shouting. But if burgundy still feels like too much for your everyday life, there's a modern pairing that brings freshness without any fuss. Let me show you what I mean. 5. Soft Teal and Charcoal. The modern classic you didn't know you needed. What if I told you there's a color that makes your eyes brighter, your silver hair look intentional instead of just there, and somehow makes strangers think you're more interesting than you felt 5 minutes ago? That color is soft teal, not turquoise, not aqua. Soft teal, the color of a calm sea, not a crashing wave. And when you pair it with charcoal gray, something shifts. You look modern without trying, awake without caffeine, vibrant without effort. Linda, 62, from Austin, didn't believe me at first either. She'd spent 20 years in beige and black, safe, invisible, predictable. Then one Saturday at a farmer's market, she saw a teal scarf on a vendor's table. Something about it whispered her name. She bought it, wore it the next day with her charcoal coat. Her neighbor, who'd lived next door for 8 years and never said much beyond "good morning," stopped dead on the sidewalk. "Linda, wait, I don't know what you're doing differently, but you look vibrant." "Really vibrant?" Linda touched the scarf. "It's just this." But it wasn't just the scarf, it was the charcoal underneath it. Black would have competed with the teal, made it look costumey. Charcoal lets teal breathe. It's soft enough to step back and let the color do its quiet magic. Here's what to try. Start small. A teal scarf, handbag, even nail polish against charcoal. If you're feeling bolder, flip it. Charcoal sweater with teal trousers. The combination feels contemporary, not trendy. Fresh, not forced. And if you've been hesitant about color because you think it's not you, teal might be the one that changes your mind. Because there's one more combination that feels both grounded and alive, and it's rooted in nature itself. Stay close. Show 6. Olive and Cream. The earthy elegance that never fades. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine walking through a garden just after sunrise. The leaves are still wet, the light is soft and golden. Everything feels quiet, grounded, alive. That's what olive and cream feel like when you wear them together. Most women think olive is too military, too outdoorsy, too utilitarian. But that's only if you wear it wrong. Pair olive with black, and yes, it looks like a uniform. Pair it with cream, and suddenly it looks like you just stepped out of a Tuscan villa. Joan, 69, from Tucson, figured this out by accident on a desert hike with friends. She threw on an olive linen jacket over a cream shirt she'd had for 5 years. Nothing special, just comfortable. Added her gold hoops because they were already in. After the hike, they stopped for lunch at a small cafe. The waitress brought water to the table, paused, and looked at Joan. "Are you a designer or something?" Joan laughed out loud. "This shirt is from a boutique down the street 5 years ago." The waitress shook her head. "Well, you look like you know what you're doing." That's the magic of olive and cream. It doesn't look like you tried. It looks like you understand something most people don't, that elegance is about harmony, not labels. Here's the key. Olive needs natural fabrics to work: linen, cotton, soft knits that breathe. And cream, not white. Cream has warmth that olive craves. Add gold jewelry and you've just created a look that feels effortless but intentional, especially if you thought olive was too military or outdoorsy before now. This is perfect for days when you want to look polished without feeling dressed up. Now here's a pairing that might seem unusual at first, but once you see it, you'll wonder why you didn't discover it years ago. 7. Chocolate brown and powder blue. The unexpected harmony. Some of the best discoveries happen when you're not even looking. Margaret, 67, from Charleston, was cleaning out her closet on a rainy Saturday. Donation pile growing, keeper pile shrinking. She pulled out a chocolate brown jacket she'd worn for a decade. Still good, just boring, and tossed it on the bed. Then she reached for a powder blue scarf tangled in the back of a drawer. As she untangled it, the scarf slipped and landed across the brown jacket. She stopped, stared. It looked expensive, like something you'd see in a boutique window with a price tag that makes you walk faster. The next day, she wore them to lunch with friends. Midway through her salad, one friend interrupted. "Margaret, is that jacket new?" "It's 10 years old." "No way, it looks completely different." That's what powder blue does to chocolate brown. It wakes it up. Brown is rich, grounded, warm, but on its own it can feel heavy. Add powder blue and suddenly there's air, light, a softness that makes the brown feel intentional instead of leftover. And here's the surprise. Most women would never think to pair these two. Brown and blue? Sounds wrong. But it's not. It's earth and sky, coffee and morning light. It works because nature already figured it out. Try this. Pull out a chocolate piece you already own, sweater, trousers, coat. Add powder blue through a scarf, a blouse, even a handbag. This works in fall and winter, yes, but it feels unexpectedly fresh in spring too, especially if you want depth without the severity of black, and you're looking for something that surprises people in the best way. And if you've never thought to pair these two, you're not alone. But once you see how they work together, you'll wish you'd known sooner. There's one more combination left, and it's the foundation every elegant woman should have. Timeless, minimalist, endlessly versatile. Let me show you. 8. Beige and Black, the quiet luxury standard. Here's what wealthy women understand that the rest of us are just learning. Real luxury doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need logos or labels or anything shiny screaming, "Look at me." Real luxury whispers. And it whispers in beige and black. This is the combination that says, "I know exactly who I am, and I don't need to prove it to anyone." It's confident without being loud, polished without being precious, elegant without even trying. Susan, 70, from Boston, wore this to her granddaughter's college graduation last spring. Beige trousers she'd had for 3 years. Black silk blouse from a department store sale. Camel coat she'd almost donated twice, but kept because it still fit perfectly. After the ceremony, her daughter pulled her aside in the parking lot, tears in her eyes. "Mom, you looked like you stepped out of a magazine today. I kept looking at you during the speech thinking, that's my mother." Susan hugged her, didn't tell her the whole outfit cost less than $200, because it didn't matter. The combination made it feel like thousands. That's the power of beige and black. Black gives you structure, that backbone we all need. Beige gives you warmth, the softness that makes structure bearable. Together, they create a balance that works for coffee runs and special ceremonies alike. Try a black turtleneck with beige trousers, or a beige coat over a black dress. Add gold jewelry if you want warmth, silver if you want cool sophistication. Both work beautifully, especially if you want something that transitions from day to evening without changing a single piece. This is the combination that always works, no matter the occasion, no matter the season, no matter your mood. It's the foundation, and now you have all 8. So, here's what I want you to do tonight. Tonight, before you go to bed, I want you to do something simple. Open your closet. Pull out one piece in navy, camel, gray, burgundy, teal, olive, chocolate brown, or beige. Now find something cream, white, ivory, or powder blue. Put them together. Hold them up to the mirror. That's it. You don't even have to wear them tomorrow. Just see how they look side by side. Which combination are you trying first? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and I love hearing what works for you. And if this helped, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. We've got more on colors, fabrics, and feeling confident at every age. Oh, and tell me, where are you watching from? I love seeing where you all are.